with Denny Thompson and James Coleman on 1010XL.
Monday night edition of the Sports Den, brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Hopefully you got to ABC over the weekend. Man, it's when it's hot outside, you need fruity drinks are acceptable this time of year.
Right. I definitely have my share.
Definitely acceptable until late October.
Yeah, it's around then. It's time to step it up.
Time to put it down at that point, and you can circle back around next Memorial Day. But make sure whatever you get, cold beer, fruity drinks, whiskey, wine, whatever it is, make sure it comes from ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. They'll take care of you. The nicest stores around. You will agree the minute you walk in, especially that new town center one, which I have frequented.
The one lately. I went to where I was at was brand new.
Where were you at?
In Kissimmee.
In Kissimmee.
They had one like this been kind of a gripe of mine. Okay. I couldn't find them.
Oh.
But like this one for was you? Brand new. Like it was gorgeous ABC Fine Wine.
So if you're listening to us in Kissimmee, because you were hanging out with James while he was on vacation last week, then make sure you get to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. There's one right there next to you. You were gone last week. It was a busy week last week.
I know, man.
Really busy week. And now we are 1 week closer to football. In fact, there is football this weekend. There's FCS football.
Okay.
This weekend. We are 1 week closer to ACC. We're 1 week closer to Big 12. We're 1 week closer to the SEC. The SEC still over a month away. NFL with some big news today. What was it, 10 days? 10 days without a positive test?
And the positive tests that they got earlier were all considered false positives, right?
Right, yeah.
So it's been good stuff.
Something wrong with the lab. Of course, the numbers in Florida have been going way down. I'm sure everybody that's listening knows that. Now, school starting, we'll kind of see where that goes. But all in all, I mean, I think if you are a football fan, you've got to be feeling much better right now than what you were even 3 weeks ago.
Right.
About the football season. I am. I mean, I have been the negative one out of the group.
Fair.
And
definitely facts.
Right. And so right now, pending something crazy happening, I mean, I'm looking forward to watching these guys play football, and I really think it's going to happen at this point.
Yeah, I mean, again, people have talked about how do you have a bubble, how do you curtail this stuff. Like, it's very easy. I mean, not easy, but it just takes discipline. And once you know everybody doesn't have it, how can you get COVID can't exist in a place where it doesn't exist, like where nobody has it? It just doesn't come out of thin air, right?
Well, the issue is, I'm sure you saw the pictures and the videos from college towns this weekend.
Yes. Now that North Carolina, I think Auburn. They had a 31% positivity rate over the weekend.
Well, Auburn, I saw some videos and some pictures of the bars.
The Ole Miss thing where they've got we lovely called them in the fifth quarter, 3-name Pilgrim, John Reese Plumlee, put out a PSA.
Okay. Please
mask up when you're out in public and do the right thing. And the girl was like, "Excuse me, sir, I saw you with about 20 people playing beer pong when I drove by." And then somebody put the picture out, and it was kind of funny. But to his defense, he was outside, and they were practicing proper social distancing outside. I don't know what was in the cups and if he's 21 or not, but outside of that, just logistically it looked bad. But it's college. Who doesn't? Everybody drinks in college.
My point is not to get on. Like, the college guys are going to be college guys. College girls are going to be college girls. Like, it's going to happen. They're going to go there. Good luck getting them to wear masks. Good luck getting them to comply with just about anything that you do. They're at college for a reason.
Right.
And in this case, they've been away from their friends and from college for a long, long time. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing 2 weeks from now. Because my thing is, if we're seeing all of this stuff and the numbers don't go up and people start going back to school and the numbers don't go up, perhaps, maybe, by the end of the year, we're having at least half full stadiums.
Yeah, they may open up to where they have, what do you call it, tickets that you can get. Like right now,
single
FSU,
game?
Yeah, you can't get single game tickets at FSU. You can only get them from, you can only be a booster. Matter of fact, I got to get I think Thursday is when I get my allotment. But that would bring in a ton of money for the school. Well, not a ton, unexpected money.
Mm-hmm.
So, which would help. And I'm sure the bars, which I think the local businesses, and I'm going to give my buddy Reagan with R&R Cigar Mansion out in Tuscaloosa a good plug right now. If you're a Crimson Tide fan and you're out that way, what's the real reason you go to the game? Is fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you go for the environment, the atmosphere,
Mm-hmm.
right? FSU's put out their tailgating rules, and it's basically tailgate at your own risk.
I saw that. We talked about you last week with that.
And trust me, my phone's got blown up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, big game, what's the play? And I'm tempted. But I would have to have there's some things that me and you know about off air that if I get some more information, I got to make that thing a bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. I got to make sure that if you're around me, you ain't got it.
It's impossible, man. It's like if you're going to open up tailgating, you might as well open up everything. I mean, I give the example of Baton Rouge. I've actually never tailgated in Tallahassee. I don't know. But
it's nothing like an SEC tailgate. I can promise you that.
But Baton Rouge, like if you say to them, all right, you can tailgate. Lots are going to be open. They're going to have 200,000 people.
And that's what I'm saying. So, like, right now, that's where the big play is. A lot of people will go just to be it's about being in the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
When Florida State was going to go to, was looking like they were going to go to the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to go to San Antonio knowing that I'm not going to get a ticket.
Right. Just to be there.
I just wanted to be in the area. I didn't care about.
And then maybe you stumble onto one.
Yeah, you might. Or if they win, because what ends up happening is if they luckily win the first game,
mm-hmm.
half of the people there are selling their second game
finals ticket. Yep.
So, but you go there for the experience. So like that's why everybody was asking me about my tailgate. Like lot 19, there are no rules.
Well, I can tell you, we're going to get into in the third segment. We've got Dr. Chris Swanson coming up in the second segment. I've got a bone to pick with him. He stood me up today at the golf tournament. We're going to get into this new NCAA rule because I want to get your opinion on it. I'll save the drama. I think it's asinine. I think it's the biggest overreach that I can remember anybody ever having. We'll get into that third segment. But when I'm talking to coaches right now, the conversation is just like it was this time. Well, this time last year they were playing right before it was in the preseason last year. There is nothing about COVID hasn't come up in the last week or two. The only thing different is they're not really focused on recruiting like they normally are.
Right.
But they are 100% full steam ahead, worried about getting ready for, whatever that first date is. If you're Florida State, it's what, September 12th?
Yes.
If you're Florida, it's September 26th. That's their focus. Are you getting the same sense from people you're talking to?
Yeah. And really, the sense that I'm been talking to is that, this time is clicking down. Maybe I wish we did have some uniformity. Maybe I did wish that, this game wasn't canceled because there are pieces that you have that aren't as good as you would hope them to be. Now, granted, I know more about one program than I know about any other program.
Mm-hmm.
I get bits and pieces and some good details about other programs, but typically it's not, the good, bad, and ugly when it comes to those. So, but what you're seeing from other programs, you're like, oh wow, they look good. And I'm looking at us like, eh. So you're trying to wonder, you're trying to pace it, you're trying to figure out. But at the same time, from the player perspective, they're like, camp gets long. You get tired of hitting the same people.
Yeah, especially right now. I don't think Florida State. I'm trying to think the right way to put this where I don't sound like a hater. Florida State didn't get done any favors with this.
No, the COVID hit us relatively hard.
I mean, it's just the combination of new coach, whole new staff for the most part. Really not that. Who was y'all's first game supposed to be? It was supposed to be West Virginia. So that would have been a decent game. But Georgia Tech is going to be. They're going to be ready to go. Miami right after that. Like you don't even really have time. You've had in some ways a tough offseason with the transition. So I think Florida State, when you look overall at college football, they're one of the teams that's probably on the surface most affected by what's happened in the last 6 months. Now, if they come out and they win their first 3 or 4 games, it's going to be
really
off.
dope.
Like we're wrong about it. But right now, they need a game more than they need anything else in the world.
Right.
Mike Norvell needs to play a game like tomorrow.
Right. I
mean, this time last year, Florida Miami had just happened.
Yeah, I got that Facebook on this day hit me with where I was at. I was playing golf. I was at the golf tournament.
Oh, really?
In Daytona with the Seminole Club.
Yeah. I do want to get into some Jag stuff as well. I want to get into the CJ Henderson stuff from today. Have you seen it?
I saw the clip. I love the competitive. I like.
It's not as bad as people are making it out to be.
Oh, no, the one where my man was Keelan Cole. Well, we can talk about
Yeah, I want to get to that, but I want to stay on pace here. I want to hit this first break so that we can get Dr. Swanson in on time, and then we've got a ton of stuff to get into. The new NCAA rule. I want to get James' take on that. I want to talk about CJ Henderson and what's going on with the Jags, what to look forward to, what happened over the weekend. We'll get to all of that tonight on the Sports Den, brought to you by thehumidor.com. We'll do that coming up next.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Sports entertainment for the First Coast. Is this not why you are here? This is Jack Sports Radio, 1010XL.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com. That's where you need to go if your shoulder's hurting, your knees hurting, your foot's hurting, you got some spine issues, or maybe you just need physical therapy. They can handle it right there at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, and there's going to be one near you because there's locations all over town with the best of the best doctors around. Stop limping around. Stop complaining about pain. Live a better life. Get to Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. That's se-ortho.com.
All offers are with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Summer clearance event.
Enjoy real buying power at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Bay Meadows. Drive a new Dodge Charger or Challenger and save up to $7,000 off MSRP. Get up to $10,000 off Ram trucks. We need your trade and we'll pay more for it.
Come in for a test drive.
Or we'll bring the test drive to you. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Leading the way.
I-295 and Bay Meadows.
Russ Libby here at Hidden Hills, inviting you to come enjoy our beautiful golf course. It's safe, affordable, and you'll be able to get away from all of life's troubles for a few hours. Hidden Hills Golf Club on Monument Road. Check us out, hiddenhillsgc.com.
I was on the go. It was time to eat. I said, baby, grab a dandy, cause it can't be beat. She got something else when it was time to choose. And after just one bite, I got that soggy sandwich blues. Should've known better, only dandy will do. Got that hometown flavor creeping up on you. Yeah.
Some boats can take you anywhere you want to go. Other boats help you get huge hang time. But only a Yamaha boat lets you do it all at once. From the entry-level 19-foot series to the power-packed Wake series to the luxurious 275 series, Yamaha makes boats that unlock all the possibilities on the water. Number one in outdoor fun, Beach Boulevard Motorsports, your local Yamaha dealer.
Up in the morning with the rising sun, back to our dock before the day is done. Boats and trucks and airplanes too, bringing seafood from the world to you. Fresh from us to your family, come be a part of our legacy. Fisherman's Dock, where seafood lovers shop. Fisherman's Dock, the ultimate seafood shop.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website customtreesurgeons.com. That's customtreesurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Where's the best place to fish this weekend?
You gotta know where the elusive beauties lie. You gotta know where to fish.
The Moe's Southwest Grill Fishing Forecast.
They're rare, brother.
With Captain Kevin Favor. Brought to you by Ring Power and Tire Outlet. Thursday nights at 8 on 1010XL AM.
When you're feeling the stress of current events, a long week at work, or just need to unwind, there's nothing better than a fine, premium cigar. And there's no better place to go than Tobacco Cove on Bay Meadows Road. Tobacco Cove is the perfect place to find the best in premium cigars, pipes, and all the accessories to create an experience that will melt the worries and stress away. When you stop by, our knowledgeable staff can assist you in picking cigars to go, or just relax in our clean, socially distanced lounge to watch the game or enjoy a conversation. Either way, you'll feel right at home at Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road.
In 1919, my great-grandfather founded Catlin as the Studebaker dealership, and now we're the oldest truck accessory store in the U.S. This is Keith Catlin, and I'm proud to be the fourth-generation owner. If you need anything for your truck, van, or SUV, come see us. From Lear toppers to rolling lot bed covers to trailer hitches and everything in between. Let us take care of all your accessory needs. Quality counts at Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
I'm with Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. And the neat thing that we've discovered through everything that's been going on, Greg, is that families can get out and have a good time on some of your rides.
You know, it's a great point, Joe. We have seen many families come in, taking advantage of the off-road products. You can get outside, get away from the crowds, and still spend time with your family.
We're talking dirt bikes, ATVs, side-by-sides.
All the above. Anything in dirt, we've got it.
Side-by-sides, check them out right now. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency.
You missing live sports? Then now's the time to order a custom set of cornhole boards and learn the best social distancing sport around. Visit Mystic Cornhole on Phillips Highway and pick up your new set today from MysticCornholeCompany.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist presents Dr. Chris Swanson on the Sports Den. A board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, Dr. Swanson has been assistant team physician for the Cincinnati Bengals and Drexel University men's basketball and is the current team physician for several area high schools. Visit se-ortho.com.
Dr. Swanson joins us every single Monday night on the Sports Den. Not real thrilled with Dr. Swanson right now, though.
Dang.
Yeah.
Why the hatred?
Well, what happened is I got to the Guggen today, and when you get there, it's like they tell you what cart you go to, and I walk up to my cart, and it says Denny Thompson, Chris Swanson. I'm like, all right, cool. Gonna play some golf with Doc. Nope, no showed me. No showed me. But I did get a cart to myself then. Doc, how you doing?
Social distancing. I did you a favor.
Is that what you did it for? Is this too hot for you?
Hey, man, I heard you played well today.
I did. I actually did. I played really well today. It was, course was in good shape. And to be fair, like, I got to be transparent. They had us like at the white tees.
Is that like short?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It was like you could go, 4-iron, 5-iron, 8-iron in, 4-iron, 5-iron off the tee and then 8-iron in. So I just, full disclosure, Doc, it wasn't like some of those days that we spent at Atlantic Beach where it's driver, 3-wood, 5-iron, and then pitch and wedge.
You said you hit like a 77?
So it wasn't that windy?
Yeah, 77.
That's good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad.
That's really good.
Yeah. Were you working today, Doc?
Not today, no.
And wow, you know what? Forget this. I'm not even going to get all angry at you.
So he just didn't show up.
He just no-showed me. That's what he did. That's exactly.
I told you, man, I didn't even know it was rescheduled. I thought it was 3 weeks ago.
I gave you a 1-week heads up on this, and I can pull the tape because we did it live on air last week.
He did tell you about that, Doc.
Doc said, yeah. Well, we finally have football, and so which means we finally have injuries. High school football started today.
Today, first day of practices for everybody.
Yeah, yep. Some teams are actually playing next Friday night, which is I find interesting because you can't really get into pads till next Monday or Tuesday. But okay, to each their own. That's fine. That's cool.
Quick. That is quick.
It is quick. It's a quick turnaround, but I'm not going to judge anybody. Other states have been playing already. COVID numbers are going down in the state of Florida. School's back in. All of these are facts as far as we know. Who knows with the testing? Like, never seems to be as good or as bad as it seems. Doc, it looks like football's going to happen, doesn't it?
Oh, it's going to happen. Yep. And then, the question will be is, does it happen for the whole season, or do we have some hiccups along the way? But it's going to happen.
Well, I mean, I think obviously there's going to be hiccups. It's really one of those things that do you hit the panic button like baseball's done a couple times, where you shut a whole team down, like they've done with the Marlins and the Mets and the Cardinals, to name a few. I mean, that's really the question, because at some point it's got to sneak in somewhere, right?
Somebody's
I think the thing at the high school level is we might not even know.
Yeah.
Without widespread testing, you might not even know. And so high school actually may be able to just kind of continue on unless people really end up very sick. At the college and pro levels where they're doing, more regular testing, there I think there's going to be a time where, in the NFL on a Saturday, a team has a bunch of positive tests and either can't play or a bunch of guys, have to sit out.
Yeah, I think the SEC, if I remember right, or maybe it's team by team, but I know Florida is testing 3 times a week. Is that enough?
I don't think there's any real right answer on that. Because again, we've talked about this before, but sort of the NBA bubble scenario where they brought everybody in, they tested them like crazy for the first few weeks, and they don't let anybody leave. Without doing that, you're not going to create a situation where you can expect everybody to be negative. I think at this point, the NBA is basically saying, we think everybody who is still here is going to be negative. With football, if guys are going home and we're not in a bubble, a few times a week is probably the best that you can do.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, it's not. I keep hearing about the guys, and this is college, NFL, whatever. Really, I guess specifically NFL. About eventually somebody's going to go out and they're going to get sick, but it's not even really that. It's these guys have families, and some of their kids are in school, or some of their their wife goes to the grocery store, or I mean, any number of things can happen. It doesn't mean just because somebody tests positive they went out to, what's the chicken wing establishment in Atlanta?
Magic City.
Magic City. That's not always the case.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, so it's just day-to-day stuff, and that's why without the bubble, right? So the NBA in the bubble, LeBron's kids are in LA with his wife, and he's in the bubble, and he has no interaction with them. They're 2 time zones away. In football, if everybody's going home and their kids are going to school or daycare, and they're just what you said, I mean, the potential for exposure is so much higher. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing anything crazy. It can just be within, like for most of the rest of us, just within the course of everyday life, you can potentially still come in contact with this. And then if you bring it into the locker room or the practice field or a game, I think that's where still there's some potential that you could see an uptick on one team, like the Marlins or like the Cardinals, I think, in baseball, where you may run into a scenario where at kind of the very last minute, you may have to say, oh, wow, we can't play this week.
Talking with Dr. Chris Swanson from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
I'm Southeast Infectious Disease Specialist.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. I was actually getting ready to ask you a orthopedic question, or more of an injury question. We talked
time in
when
6 months.
I know, right? When the NBA was going, we had discussions about load management, and I just kind of assumed that when they'd come back and play their 8 games, that we wouldn't have load management nights. I was wrong. We still had 1 or 2. But we're seeing more and more of these during camps now. And they're not even really veteran days. Like Gardner got the day off today. LaVisca got the day off, last week. Talk to us about that when you're going through a camp that's not real physical, but you've gone from the situation that we had where they were on their own time, then they came in, had the acclimation period, and now they're in practice. Are these days needed?
Yeah, I mean, I think I think especially this year, right? This is like the most non-traditional year that any of us can ever remember. And so I think there's a lot of just trying to figure this out on the fly. And maybe certain guys need a day of rest just to have a day of rest where traditionally perhaps they wouldn't have. And I think we're kind of in uncharted territory in terms of the normal preparation, the normal routine. Everything has been different. It's been changed. It's been something that nobody's used to. And I mean, James knows from going through, college preseason training, spring football preseason, pro training camps, all that stuff. When you start to miss that normal routine that everybody's used to, then you kind of just have to figure it out on the fly a little bit.
Yeah, I think I figured that was going to happen though. Especially, I mean, LaVisca being one who's coming off of a surgery. Which I still think it's kind of all great now. It's all small as a Hallmark cards when you haven't really exerted yourself like that. But we'll see what happens when you actually get to where you're playing at a high intensity level. But you don't want to get all that buildup and all that extra stuff on your legs. You want to actually, I think you should feel good. You should feel fresh going into game one with getting as many mental reps as possible.
Well, and the reality is, if they were playing preseason games, they would have days off.
Right. Very true.
And now they're still 3 weeks from a game. They've been going for 2 weeks, so that's 5 straight weeks of practice.
Right.
So I mean, I guess it's if you gave everybody and they get the Wednesday off, but you would, if you're playing a preseason game, you would normally have a Wednesday walkthrough, right?
Yeah.
Travel that night, play on Thursday, have a very light Friday. So in reality, you would almost have like a day and a half to 2 days off if they were in a normal situation. So I guess it's
Friday would be rehab day.
Right.
Because I remember I was extremely angry at a Jaguar player last year because he was filming a commercial.
Oh, yes.
He was supposed to be there in the morning.
Yes.
But he had meetings, didn't. But like, I should have known those things. That was my fault for listening to the people who didn't know nothing. But still, he messed up my vacay. But yeah, but it's you got to have some time where you get your legs back.
I mean, last week, we were talking about all the things going on with the Jags injury wise. Now they're pretty healthy, Doc. It's got Quincy Williams is still, dealing with a core muscle injury. D.D. Westbrook, a little bit of a shoulder injury. Outside of that, though, there's not really
anything new.
Anything new going on. Is that a little surprising to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is a little bit surprising, but two, it's just a great sign that that the training staff and the doctors and the athletic trainers and the nutritionists and the coaches. It means everyone's doing a good job with figuring out the best way to transition from missing everything that you normally would have done from March to July and figuring out how to best manage this sort of somewhat limited time without preseason games from now until the regular season starts. And so I think that's a great sign that they're doing a good job with that without being there on the field and knowing the specifics. I think it's a really good sign that they're not seeing some of those soft tissue injuries that you might expect, the hamstring strains and all that, and all those kind of things.
And not that we would know, because college doesn't really have an injury report.
Right.
But you haven't really heard much, at least from our area schools, as far as injuries are concerned. And
now you would know about if there
haven't really
injury.
You really heard nothing in college. It's almost
coaches got to almost love it. So I kind of watch what I say because again, like one of my school, I know players there, I know other guys, so I get some film that other people don't get. They're legitimately controlling all the narrative, and the people who are considered the reputables have no choice but to sit there. Like at first, I was getting mad, Doc, because I didn't get none of the film. Like FSU media didn't send me a film package, but then I realized these guys are going to YouTube and literally cutting up the YouTube clips that FSU released of the highlights of practice and using that for themselves.
So what you're saying is there could be injuries, and
there could be a ton of stuff, and we don't really know. Like they're just really controlling the narrative
because it's not covered the way it normally is in a normal year.
Like normally, you're able to walk in, and at worst, even if you don't have an open practice, you're able to see stretch or flex, warm up, see guy. Then at that moment, you're like, oh, such and such is not here.
Right.
Then what they do is they may go grab some breakfast, but they're literally there right after practice, looking at who came through, trying to get some interviews, trying to talk to people. But like you'll notice, oh, he didn't walk out. Coach, can you tell us about such and such? And
so they've got to at least answer the question.
Yeah. So like you get more information and more intel by being there.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point, Doc. Maybe we haven't heard anything because of that.
But then on top of that, right? It's such a funny time for sports, right? Like normally at the end of August, we'd be talking the media would be talking only about college football, preseason NFL, but then now we also have NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, baseball. There's so many more things going on that normally wouldn't be going on that it's almost a little bit hard to follow with what's happening.
Incompetence in the Big Ten. It's a whole bunch of things. You're right. It's a lot more drama things.
There's more irons in the fire than there normally would be at the end of August.
You know what this is? This is January 2018. When we were just so used to not talking about the Jaguars and they made the playoff run.
Oh yeah.
And we're at the end of it, we're like, what are we supposed to talk about? What's going to happen is it's all going to all end, and we're going to be like, there's no COVID, there's no all sports are done. Like we're just going to be looking at each other.
Yeah.
But Doc, I got a question, serious question, because I just had my boy Skip texting. I was dealing. I had a phenomenal vacation, but I think I had too much. I relaxed too much. How do I get into? What do I got to do for the chiropractor? Like I know you're not going to pop my neck, but like it's a part of y'all programming. Like how do I get in there to go see that guy? So I can get.
We get you in tomorrow. I'll get you squared away.
Okay, so I just gotta text you and just be like, "Yo."
Okay, for the sake of Southeast Orthopedic, how would the normal person get into?
Forget Skip. Bob Skip, I'll text you in the morning. I'll see you in the morning. Now that I know that's all I gotta do. Forget my friends.
So let's not put my cell phone out on the text line, but. You should call 904-634-0640 and Dr. Van Rensburg, man. He'll get you in.
Or you can even go to se-ortho.com. There's a request appointment right there. I mean, you just push a button and you can request an appointment, and you'll be good to go.
Let's back up for just 1 second. We're a year and a half into this, and James still doesn't know how to get an appointment at Southeast Orthopedic.
That's good, though.
That's very true.
That's good. You've been banking on it. You've been waiting on it, but I've been holding on.
He's got your knee replacement just sitting there collecting dust.
We're really doing something wrong. I mean,
or we're doing something really right, Doc. It depends on how you look at it. All I know is Dr. Bates was there playing today at the Guggen.
Yeah, good. Did he fill in admirably for me?
I don't know. I didn't play with him. I didn't get paired up with any Southeast guys. I guess they were just going to put you with me, and I don't even know who else was there. I just happened to see Bates as I was making the turn.
Man, Denny, if you shot 77, man, if I was there, we might have won.
Probably. I didn't stick around though, because right when it ended, I had a podcast I had to do, and you know how these tournaments go; they take forever. And so I don't even know who won. I don't know what happened. I mean, remember last year at the Guggen, like y'all came in an hour after everybody because you decided to keep playing, and then had the audacity to get mad when they had already drawn the raffle tickets.
Yeah, because we actually completed our 18 holes. I mean, a little thunder and lightning, and you can work your way through that carefully.
I think y'all completed like 30 holes that day.
They just took advantage.
Yes, yeah, they just kept playing. Doc, have a great week. We appreciate you as always. If you've got knee or shoulder issues, Dr. Swanson is the man to get to at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. That's his specialties, knees and shoulders. You get to se-ortho.com, or like he said earlier, call 904-634-0640. Ask for Dr. Swanson with your knee or your shoulder. Oh, now you have.
I got another one. Do I get to be in a commercial too? Like James, if I have like April.
James, you've heard that, right? You hear this like on a weekly basis, but you still don't know how to get in.
Yeah, I forgot. I was like, yo, I'm sitting here listening. I was like,
now he's asking to be in your commercial.
Like, is that April? Like, is April telling me to go to Southeast?
Yeah, April is telling you to go to Southeast. He's a valued patient.
And she's even telling you how, and you still have to ask the doctor how you get in
And
to
you
see.
still are asking me on live air how to get in.
Facts.
All right, Doc, have a good week, my man.
All right, guys, take care.
All right, see you. Dr. Chris Swanson from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Let's take a break. Let's come back. Let's get into some Jack stuff. Let's get into this bizarre NCAA eligibility ruling. We'll get into that stuff coming up next.
1010XL takes you behind the microphone.
At one time, it was great what we had.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
The kidding around.
The Drill.
You are a madman.
Mornings on 1010XL.
When I had torn ligaments in my ankle, I turned to Dr. Acevedo at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Following my arthroscopic procedure, I'm back training for the decathlon. When I suffered an ankle injury, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists helped me get back on my feet. Dr. Acevedo was the key. He was instrumental in my recovery. This is Garrett Scantling, and I'd recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists to anyone.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
I like a bed that's really firm.
I need something a little softer than that.
Rest easy. With the Sleep Number 360 smart bed, you can both adjust your comfort with your Sleep Number setting.
Can it really help me fall asleep faster?
Yes, by gently warming your feet.
Okay, but can it help keep us asleep?
It senses your movements and automatically adjusts to keep you effortlessly comfortable. Sleep Number, proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. It's our biggest sale of the year where all beds are on sale. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
This extreme August heat is going strong, and Fenwick Home Services says stay cool with double tune-up savings. Call now and get their 21-point full system tune-up for just $59. Plus your full system spring tune-up is just $29. Fenwick pros always wear gloves and a face mask. They disinfect tools and surfaces and follow CDC guidelines. So don't wait. Call 660-0556. Tell them Jeff sent you or visit FenwickHomeservices.com.
McKeever Clinic is home to the first advanced prostate cancer center in Jacksonville. This is Dr. West, urologist at McKeever Clinic. Our clinic is staffed with 2 urologists that specialize in advanced prostate cancer care and management. You'll also have a dedicated nurse navigator that will coordinate timing, medications, insurance, and patient assistance. We're conveniently located off AC Skinner Parkway on the south side. Contact our specialists at McKeever at 355-6583 to discuss your treatment options.
In this world of COVID, safety supplies like hand sanitizers, thermometers, disinfectant wipes, and masks are critical. Ritz Safety has them in stock now and ready to ship. Stay prepared with Ritz Safety. Visit their store on Phillips Highway or ritzsafety.com.
Instant Keys specializes in creating replacement automotive keys and keyless entry remotes, even when all the originals are lost or broken. Instant Keys provides expert service for nearly every foreign and domestic vehicle, including the high-end luxury models like BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, and Infiniti. With Instant Keys, you'll get dealership-level service at a fraction of the cost without the hassles. For honest professional locksmith service, call the best around. Instant Keys, 722-1111.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 24th, 2006, after signing a one-day contract with the San Francisco 49ers, football legend Jerry Rice officially retires from the National Football League.
Hey folks, Hicken here. Have you heard about Zero Res? Zero Res is the only way to clean your carpet and tile the right way. It's all about the technology. Zero Res uses its patented powered water that cleans beautifully without using any soaps, detergents, or harmful chemicals. Man, I had Zero Res in my home this year, and I can tell you, after 17 years in that house, never looked better, never smelled better. Call now, get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $129. Remember to mention Dan and get an additional room cleaned for free. That's right, the 4th room is on me. Zero Res, fill it forwards or backwards, the right way to clean.
Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Are the company's Zoom calls getting boring? Might be a good time to order some new logo caps or temporary tattoos. Check them out online at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Frank Frangie here for Big Chief Tire. There are certain things everyone hates doing. Going to the DMV, waiting on the cable repairman, and getting your vehicle serviced. Why? Because nobody has the patience. That's why Big Chief Tire prioritizes your time by getting the job done right the first time. They understand you want a stress-free experience where you don't get upsold on products or services you don't need. Schedule an appointment with Big Chief Tire's team of experts by visiting any of their 4 conveniently located Jacksonville stores or going online to BigChiefService.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. 1010XL. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
Make sure you get to thehumidor.com for all your cigar needs. Thehumidor.com. Huge selection of cigars, already low prices. Go in there, load your card up, then type in sportsden, all lowercase, all one word. You'll get 20% off at thehumidor.com. Late last week, James, while you were laying by a pool sipping fruity drinks,
Definitely.
the NCAA hit us with this. They said that it don't matter how many games you play. If you play none, if you play 10, if you play 12, if you play 4, if you play 6, all of you get to come back, and this year don't count. Not just seniors. Everybody. Woo! So if I'm a freshman, I get a free roll. I'm still a freshman. Same with sophomores and juniors and seniors. And immediately, there were people praising the NCAA for this, not understanding how this stuff actually works. Do you agree with me that this is the biggest overreach PR stunt that you've seen in a long time?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. This is stupid.
Can you explain? Because maybe I didn't do a good job. I've done the radio show all day Friday. We spent a lot of time on this. Spent time talking with Christy at Forbes about this. So we did a piece on that, and then a podcast today.
Excuse me. Did he really just drop like
Forbes
magazine?
Forbes, yes. Forbes.com.
Like,
Yes.
he just made it seem like I know who Christy is.
Yes.
I know her?
Yes, you do. You do.
Okay, all right. Because
Chad's wife.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. Now I'm with you.
Yes.
Now, okay, I didn't realize she works. Man, she works. Okay,
Yeah.
now it makes
She's
more
big
sense.
time.
I didn't realize. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm still trying to figure out why she wanted to talk to me in the first place. But it was dope.
Yeah,
good,
so-
good convo. But yeah, all right.
So explain
yeah.
to people why this is so stupid.
Okay, first and foremost, logistically speaking, I mean, how do I start? All right, right now, you got guys. You say we starting high school football next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've been grinding. You just got your letter.
Mhm.
It says that you can go. This is the difference between the fluff offer and the real offer. When they send you this is the official. Now they can rescind it, but this means that they want you. You've committed to that. There are schools right now who are already at the max. Florida can maybe accept one more person.
They're at 25.
What happens when their guys don't really like the results that they have in their season? And instead of 25 guys, because that's basically where they get the 25 number from, hit or miss, 25 seniors leaving your program, you have 20 seniors. Now you got 25 new guys coming in. What are you going to do? They haven't answered that question yet.
Well, they have.
They have?
This year, but not the following years. You're
So-
right.
But even then,
This
so let's say they
year,
give you
they're
everybody.
exempting this senior.
Let's say, fine. So what happens to I'm Trevor
The
Lawrence.
next year.
I'm Trevor Lawrence. In theory, Trevor Lawrence can say, I'm going to go kick ass this year and win a national championship. But it doesn't count. Erase it. Forget that. I want to kick ass next year and win another national championship. Oh, yeah, by the way, I want to come back for my senior year.
Mm-hmm.
So there's guys, like, I'm not saying that's an exaggeration.
Actually, he'd come back for his junior.
No, I'm saying
senior
he
year,
win it
and then
this
it's
year.
Right, he'd come
Then
back still a
junior,
sophomore.
then he'll still he's a sophomore. He's a junior.
Oh, no, he
this
started
year.
as a freshman.
He's a
You're
junior.
right. You're
But
right.
okay, Justin Fields
Yeah, Justin Fields. Yep.
decides let's say Ohio State bucks the system and says they want to play. He
Mhm.
goes and he rips it up, doesn't stay in this year's redshirt for sophomore year. says, yeah, you know what, redshirt sophomore year doesn't count. I want another redshirt sophomore year. Now I want a redshirt junior year. Now I want a redshirt senior year. What happens to the quarterbacks that they're recruiting? What happens to the team?
You want a real life example that could happen?
Your boy,
Kyle Trask.
Ah.
Think about Florida's depth chart right now.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Kyle.
Right.
You've got Emory.
Right.
Emory Jones. You've got Anthony Richardson.
Right.
And you've got 21 commits.
So the 21 commits is see, here's where it's unfair. I call it the blip because we've seen this in Marvel movies. Like if you watch Endgame and you watch the Avengers and all that stuff. Like the blip is when Thanos snapped his finger and some people disappeared for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And some people stay here, but then the people came back and now they have to go live their life where they were at in the blip.
Mm-hmm.
So the 21 kids don't get the blip.
No.
They got to come into the real world. But the freshmen this year, they get to not only play, but they get to receive the blip year.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that all of y'all are 21 kids now.
Exactly.
So you're now and now what's going to happen is a bunch of decisions are going to get made worse off because you still have early signing day. They haven't rescinded.
They've got to rescind.
You still
they
haven't.
have to
the
rescind.
dead period has been since February.
Yeah,
there's been no open. Excuse me, no, that's a lie. Because some people had spring break. So most schools maybe had 3 days of open period where people could just come in and see the campus. So you got kids who are going to have to who've already committed, not seeing the campus. Now they got to decommit, make life decisions without seeing another campus, or worse, they got 5 weeks to make these decisions.
They got to rescind early signing and there's got to be a decision date. They have to put a hard date on these seniors you've got to let people know you're coming back. And that date needs to be before the first signing day.
Early signing day.
Right.
Because I think that's fair because the way everybody else signed up, before the bowl game. Like they probably not even going to have bowl games. So you already know.
The college football playoff.
Yeah, but that might be it. But right now we don't have enough teams to fill the bowls.
Bowl for everybody, participation trophy.
Or actually that could be the way the Big Ten gets out of it. Don't have a season, but go ahead and commit to the Rose Bowl. Go ahead and commit to Cheez-It Bowl. I'm just saying something like that. Whatever.
But I mean,
my point is that
there's so many things. We could literally sit here all day because like 482 just hit us up on the Lifetime Closures text line, said the numbers don't count against the scholarships. Only this year's seniors.
Yes. So
That's
so again, it's not this. It's
We're
not
talking 4 years from now.
Yeah, it's not something that automatically gets all right, so let's say you get 100. You have 100 scholarship players, which logistically is a nightmare, fiscally and physically.
Fiscally, most can't afford.
Yeah. So now you have 100 people, 105. Yep. Great. Those seniors that were seniors already leave. Mm-hmm. You're still left in the same position. Even if you have 2 classes of seniors legitimately leave, right? Mm-hmm. So your real seniors and your blip juniors. There are still 3 classes removed. Because that's the only
still
NFL
on scholarship to get a master's now if they want.
Right. So now let's say those guys, they have some good draft stock and they leave, which again, this is the thing. Most people don't have the draft stock. Like there are 4 teams that every year will have 7 people drafted right now. Most schools are lucky to have 1. Mm-hmm. Your good schools, your above average schools are going to have 3. So, like, again, every senior doesn't go and doesn't leave early. So this is their chance to stay. And if they have to stay, now you got coaches that got to do 2 things. They got to push people out or they got to guarantee spots. And neither one of those things look really, really good on your resume.
I feel bad for the coaches.
I've said this before with Mike with some of the other stuff. You're like some of these coaches are in an impossible situation.
Especially right now. You take Mike Norvell's a perfect example. Like he's trying to create his own thing. Now,
I'm these guys, all of them cats.
All these guys that he don't want.
I don't know you.
Right.
Peace.
They all get another year. Like he's going to have to. Coaches everywhere, not just Mike Norvell. Everybody's going to be going to the Nick Saban school of cutting. Like you're going to have to figure out, okay, if I want to get this kid to commit to me, I can't have a depth chart with 4 and 5 star linebackers. One of y'all got to go. And
the only thing that I could say that this could make, and I never thought that, and this is, we complain about it now, but what was it? it had to be early 90s when they made the shift from 100 to 85, right? The scholarships.
Yeah, I think we looked it up. I think it was mid 90s.
Okay, like this could be but in that thing created parity. Without that, you don't have UCF, you don't have USF,
Right.
you don't have the rise of not BYU, Boise State, and some of these other schools.
Right.
This right here,
because it capped what the bigger schools.
yeah, it capped, and you can only sign. No matter even. I mean, these cats was like I was actually going back and looking at some of the old signing. Like they got 50 deep.
Oh yeah,
like it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But now you're like, you can bring your guy, but you got to get rid of these kids, guys. So these guys may want to still play and increase their draft stock or just to play. So now where are they going to go? It's why I was joking about the kid from Memphis who had some stuff to say about Florida State being spoiled. I'm like, nobody graduates Memphis and goes to Florida State, Florida or Alabama. Like you leave those schools, and Memphis is like number 4 on your list. But now Memphis is the Memphis of the world. Like when else could you get a 4-star out of high school linebacker with 3 years of college experience?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a win.
And still have 2 years left.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't realize how much of a change that was until I saw Fabian Lockett's film and is it Jennings? I can't remember his Robbins. I can't remember his name, but Jackson. My bad. From Louisville. Florida State has 2 transfers, but you're looking at them, and Odell misses on D tackles, but you get these 2 transfers in that are redshirt freshmen, and you're like, that ain't bad. They were a year in somebody's program. They come in, they can provide some depth for you. That can make a UCF or a USF.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and call this. If the NCAA then turns around and rules that they are going to give everybody 1 free transfer,
that would create so much that would make college football so much better.
Oh, we would be talking about the transfer portal. They would have to have a transfer portal signing day because it would receive so much media coverage because your favorite school would have 5 or 6 a year go in there. Good players.
Mm-hmm.
Good players. And not because they're trying to leave, but because the young buck behind them's past them.
Or it's just the coach has to be
the quarterbacks.
The coach just has to be honest. Like it's like, yo, somebody got to go.
Yeah.
Like 21, and this isn't a knock on. This isn't picking on Mullen, but this is just forget that. Florida State 21. You got Tate Rodemaker. Everybody said butchered his name, I think.
Rodemaker.
You got Chubba Purdy.
Yeah.
And then you got the kid from Mississippi right now, Luke Altmaier.
Yeah.
That's your 20, no matter what. Yeah, James. No, they were 20. No. Nope. They get a blip year.
Yep.
So they're 21s.
Yep.
So now you got 2 4-stars and a high 3-star that you got that's all competing. That's true freshmen.
And let me ask you guys a question that's listening. If you had a kid, and let's just say you are Carlos Del Rio, who is the Florida commit from Atlanta. Let's say you're his dad for a second, and this happens. And all of a sudden, he's coming in technically the same class as Anthony Richardson. You letting him sign there?
Mm-mm.
No way, right?
I mean, it's a lot of logistics. It's a lot of things that right now don't really look pretty on paper. And I haven't really asked the coach, and they probably haven't even had time to really.
Then that's what they said.
They haven't had time
so
to
we
really
don't even
digest
understand it.
So, but you know what this sounds a lot like? Was it last year or was it 2 years? We've had this transfer portal 2 years now. But remember when the portal, was it Quincy who came on our show and was talking about, hey, you get 4 games in.
Yeah.
And then, but like after week 4, there's this thing where guys are going to be asked to be put in the portal. But they learn quick. But again, now this is going to be where you actually, again, I'm looking at the opportunity. I see the problem, but I'm looking at the job opportunity. You got to have a GM. You got to have a GM.
Oh, no doubt.
You have to have somebody.
There's a waiver wire, essentially.
You got to have somebody who's looking at roster management.
Yep.
While your coach, it's not your recruiting coordinator, because this is a completely different type of recruiting. Like what my man John Heron does at UF and some of my other friends at other schools. I don't know how they do it because they're grown ass men and they literally have to. But they got to cater to the needs of kids.
Mm-hmm.
But like now you're talking about people who are truly in the business of trying to make the move to make themselves the best. And you've got to be able to balance both of those. So you got to know your scholarship limit. You got to know who fits, who's in your system. It sounds like they need to make the video. The video game would be lit right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, like 707 just said, Altmaier arrives next summer. That's what we know that, 707. What we're saying is with this new rule, Altmaier is in the same class as the two they signed here.
They literally said this year doesn't count.
Yes.
Go out there and be free. Do whatever you want to do. Act all willy-nilly and wild. It's the purge for college football. Like no crime.
You want the double whammy? And they extended 2021. You don't need an ACT or SAT to get in.
See, this is the part that actually, I wouldn't even got in.
Think about this.
I just thought about it. I wouldn't.
Now, before
15 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to go to college. The only reason I got in was because of my ACT, SAT. My GPA
now you
was
put
low.
that on top of, 10% of the guys going to have to go to JUCO that don't have to go now?
That's wild, man. Dude. That's the wildest
The whole
thing
thing's going to be crazy.
A bunch of idiots are going to be able to get into college. It's great. What could go wrong?
Wild times. I want to address this real quick because 718 asked me this last week. He said, "Hey, Denny, can you maybe explain those weird transfer rules today? I still can't believe freaking Joey has not been approved." This is something I got into last week.
But now it doesn't matter. Just play them.
Well, this is what I got into last week is what we're seeing with the NCAA is not what we're seeing with the SEC. So the NCAA is approving these things. But if you think about what's taking forever or what's getting denied, it's SEC to SEC transfers.
Right.
The kid Cade Mays from Georgia got denied at Tennessee, which is an incredible Netflix story. That whole story about the kid and his dad suing the university over the folding chair.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, the whole thing is insane. Cade Mays is like a top 2-round draft pick whenever he wants to come out. Joey's situation is different. And it didn't help when the schedule came out because Auburn has to approve. And I'm not saying Auburn's holding this up. It seems like if you're trying to go from SEC to SEC, you have to take one more step and you have to get that. Your other SEC team has to basically approve you leaving or send you out with good graces or, whatever. Well, now they put the schedule out and the very first game is Auburn, Kentucky. Now, if I'm going to be fair, if I'm Gus Malzahn, am I taking that risk?
No.
Hell no. No. I am not about to even take the risk of the guy that I said was my backup to a legacy kid coming into my place week 1.
Whooping my ass.
And beating me. No. You can call me whatever you want to call me, but I ain't taking that risk. I make $6 million a year. I ain't about to lose that job because I signed a piece of paper. People that know me know I do not like Gus Malzahn. And I don't know if he signed it or not. I have no idea. But I can tell you right now, if I'm him, I ain't signing it.
I can understand it. I might not like it, but I can understand it.
Absolutely. So that's the only difference. I don't know. Is the ACC the same way? Conference?
Yeah, right now there's the kid from Louisville. They haven't approved his.
Yeah. So I think that's really the only difference. I don't know. I know like there's letters that have to be written. There's a ton that goes into it when it's conference to conference. So it's a much more difficult thing than when you transfer from USC to Georgia. Or from USC to Texas A&M, Florida State, right? The running back?
Texas A&M and Mississippi State.
Yeah. Yeah, those are out of conference transfers, pretty much getting just waved through right away. 8 o'clock. We got 8 o'clock coming up next.
Feel the thrill of live NASCAR play-by-play this Saturday at Daytona.
The young guys drive like it's qualifying.
Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 and Daytona International Speedway on 1010XL.
Did you know it's presented by Linda Beaver?
Did you know we have over 1,000 vehicles to choose from, some starting under $6,000? Plus, we have free delivery right to your door anywhere in the country. I bet you didn't know that. Come see what else we have to offer at Beaver Chevrolet or Beaver Toyota.
Football is back. And Gardner Minshew and the Jaguars are ready to win. Visit Jaguars.com and join us at the bank. Season tickets mean you'll be there in person for a Thursday night matchup with the Dolphins, a rivalry game against the Steelers, and crucial contests with our AFC South Division opponents. The Jaguars are taking every precaution to keep our fans safe and ensure we can be Duval together this fall. Limited capacity seats remain. Visit Jaguars.com or call 904-633-2000 and lock in your seats for the 2020 season.
One of the great things about little boys and little girls is when they grow up,
they want to be just like you. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. So to moms and dads, aunts and uncles, and grandparents everywhere, remember this. The next time you get in the car and don't buckle your seatbelt, a little boy is watching. And when you decide to text or dial and talk while driving, a little girl is watching your every move. And when you head down the road with a beer or cocktail in the car, that little person next to you is taking it all in. In this life, you have an awesome responsibility to those children who love you the most and want to be you in every way. So make a pledge today to be a good role model to these kids and their friends so that that little boy and that little girl get to grow up and be just like you. Morgan & Morgan, for our children. Dial pound law on your cell. Offices, Jacksonville.
Up in the morning with the rising sun, back to our dock before the day is done. Boats and trucks and airplanes too, bringing seafood from the world to you. Fresh from us to your family, come be a part of our legacy. Fishermen stop, where seafood lovers shop. Fishermen stop, the ultimate seafood shop.
Let's get back to business together. Ameris Bank is committed to providing tools you need to do business today. Is your point of sale system social distancing friendly? Are you able to take online and curbside orders with ease? Right now, we're waiving software fees and virtual terminal fees for 90 days on our Clover Flex contactless payment system. Let your customers pay you efficiently without being too close for comfort. Check out our special offer deals at amerisbank.com/back-to-business. Ameris Bank is member FDIC.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Some boats can take you anywhere you want to go. Other boats help you get huge hang time. But only a Yamaha boat lets you do it all at once. From the entry-level 19-foot series to the power-packed Wake series to the luxurious 275 series. Yamaha makes boats that unlock all the possibilities on the water. Number one in outdoor fun, Beach Boulevard Motorsport, your local Yamaha dealer.
Summer is here, and Hidden Hills Golf Club is offering daily twilight rates starting at 2 p.m. Plenty of time to get your round in before sunset on one of the most unique golf courses in North Florida. Call Hidden Hills at 620-0910.
It's time to relax and recharge the batteries, and a fine cigar or soothing pipe is the ideal way. And Tobacco Cove on Bay Meadows Road is the ideal place to do just that. Tobacco Cove has everything you need, from cigars and pipes to the accessories that are just right for the beginning enthusiast or true aficionado. Select that perfect cigar from our large walk-in humidor featuring your favorites and often limited editions. Then have a seat to enjoy our clean, socially distanced lounge for a truly memorable experience. Tobacco Cove is located at 3849 Bay Meadows Road for a relaxing experience in stressful times.
In 1919, my great-grandfather founded Catlin as a Studebaker dealership, and now we're the oldest truck accessory store in the U.S. This is Keith Catlin, and I'm proud to be the fourth-generation owner. If you need anything for your truck, van, or SUV, come see us. From Lear toppers to rolling lot bed covers to trailer hitches and everything in between. Let us take care of all your accessory needs. Quality counts at Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You mad, bro? 1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the sports den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hang out.
8 o'clock brought to you every single night by Loose Air Quality, LUCEairquality.com. Environmental testing for your home or your business. You need to get to Loose Air Quality. Mold investigations, if you had water damage or fire damage, you need to get them out there as well. They can come in, do a complete report on your air quality in your home or your business, and you get to keep it moving. Either get it fixed or no, your air quality is solid. Had them do it at my facility. Air quality is great. Makes me feel better. Everything's good. Call them at 904-803-1014. That's 904-803-1014. That's Luce, Luce, airquality.com. Do you have stored up Hater clocks?
Man, I forgot mine.
You've had a whole week.
I mean, I was real chill, but
It would be kind of bad to be hating on vacation.
the only thing I could hate is that, I just never feel good when I come back.
Well,
It's just like too sudden. Like I need to like do a 10-day vacay, like do 2 weeks, 10 days, and then let yourself kind of fizzle back into the work mode.
Okay.
But other than that, I mean, I could say school, but I like my son's teacher.
You?
Yeah, I think she's good. I can't say
you're not the
anything.
teacher.
I can't really, yeah. I can't really say anything bad about her. Her husband was a former Jack.
Oh,
no, I'm just joking. That's not why I would say anything bad about her. Anyway, she's a really good teacher. So I don't really know.
I'm pretty much hate free too.
The Clippers.
What are you hating on the Clippers about?
That they should be down 3-1 as opposed to being 2-2. Kawhi is getting not looking like Superman, and he's not getting drugged.
I will say that I'm feeling good about the Lakers, where this time last week I wasn't.
I told y'all it'll be okay. They're about to play now, aren't they?
9 o'clock. Yeah. This game just ended. So did Miami sweep?
Did they? Yeah, they completed the sweep.
Yeah. Miami swept Indiana. I'm sorry, Indiana. They just won 99-87 in the NBA playoffs, so they move on. Is that the first series that's done?
No. There's been a couple more series that have been over. Yeah.
Who?
So there are now in total 3 sweeps.
Oh,
Boston
really?
swept Philly yesterday, and
Philly's
Toronto also swept Brooklyn.
Philly's got the guy who was crying, right? Saying
Joel
he didn't
Embiid.
want to be swept.
Yeah.
Man, I actually feel bad for Philly fans. It's been a painful couple years. I mean, nobody's hating on Luka anymore.
Luka nice. That would be I guess that could be my hater clock.
What, Montrezl Harrell?
Nah, like I like the fact that he came back and it was something he didn't do it on Twitter, on social media. He did it on the court, but he did come back and say, you know what, we handled that. He came back the next game like, yo, I'm sorry, and you know me, I don't ever say apologize, but I think he didn't mean anything by it. I think he was just like saying that was just the trash talk, and I think everybody else wants to be like. I can't speak for all black people or all minorities, but we don't want to be offended by words. Like, really one word. Like, somebody was like, what if he said that to you? And I was like, he called him a B-ass black boy? Like, I've never heard anybody say that's hurtful. Now, if he called him a band, you can fill those words in yourself. Now, we would have issues. But a B word? Nah, man, that's not offensive. But Luka probably looked at that and said, you know what? That's like one of the highest compliments you can get. Like, to even be recognized like that at that level. Now, if he would have said the C word, then I would have gave people a little bit more credence. But I guess really they blew that one up out of nothing. But I like the honor amongst both of them that they felt like, hey, I feel the need to say this to you. I feel the need to apologize.
How many points did he have last night?
Look, I don't know.
He had 43 points.
Oh, it was a triple-double, right?
Yeah, 40, not just that, 43, 17, and 13.
But only 2 more players, only 2 other players have had that stat line in the playoffs.
Then I'm all about the imagery. After the next game after he got called, he hit him with the hezzy, boom, jump back, shoots it. And I love love Twitter when they take the edits and they took the "Father Stretch My Hand to Thee" by Kanye.
I like the Titanic ones.
That would have been dope. But the reason why that one makes so much more is because he shot it and then he backpedals and you see the Black Lives Matter sign. And it's like, he's like, boom. And then you see his teammates, his shirt has equality. It's just like the NBA needs to jump on this, man. I don't know if it would. I don't know if it would fit.
I thought you were
It'll
going to
piss
say it was
somebody off.
beautiful because it was on Kobe's birthday. That's what I thought you were going.
Oh, no,
Like Kobe guided that one in or something like that. I don't know.
Kobe don't
43 points. I mean, a lot of times when you see 43 points, you see like the guy put up just a ridiculous amount of shots. He didn't. I mean, he put up 31. That's a lot, but he hit 18 of 31. My only question is, why did you only shoot 31? If you're shooting that percentage,
shoot. That's when you take the spirit of the Mamba. You that hot, shoot it.
Yeah, you should have shot 40. Easy. Ain't no way Hardaway Jr. should have shot 18. I mean,
that's on Tim Hardaway's son?
Yeah. Although Trey, now that I'm looking at it, maybe I'm wrong. Mavericks are.
They look good, man.
Yeah.
And this was without Kristaps, their second best player.
You realize Trey Burke went 10 for 14? Did you know that, RJ?
I did know that.
10 for 14.
Somebody
Trey Burke's been killing the Clippers, surprisingly enough. I knew Seth Curry was going to be able to do something, but Trey Burke, kind of the unsung hero for Dallas.
Did you know today was the 1-year anniversary of the first person to ever smoke a cigar inside of the Citrus Bowl?
You know what? It's so fitting.
That'd be a one Leon.
Do you know why that's so
Leon
fitting?
Marcellus.
You know what I did for Leon today?
What did you do for Leon?
I saw Leon out at Queens Harbor. You know what I gave him?
You gave him a cigar?
2 of them.
Nice. That was nice of you.
Didn't even know it was.
Did he ever give you your scotch?
No.
Oh yeah, you gotta make sure he pay up on that.
I forgot all about it. Leon looks good right now, man.
He's been boxing, slimmed down.
I know. I almost didn't even recognize him. That's completely false. You would know Leon, regardless. That's good. That's good to know that on the 1-year anniversary of Leon smoking on the sideline at the Florida-Miami game in the Citrus Bowl.
What's a good middle name for Leon?
I wonder what Leon's middle name
It's
really
not
is.
Marcellus. Marcellus doesn't look good. Like Aloysius or something like that.
But I feel like you use that middle name for everybody.
Nah, I got
kind of like Dan Patrick does.
Well, let's go to his Wikipedia and see if it has this.
Leon Seville Cersei.
It doesn't even have it on here. Does Leon not have a middle name?
Might not. Hey, have you ever seen? So I was talking with people, and I was in on the majestic play where one Gregory Jones destroyed the safety from the North Carolina. It was very good. I mean, I've never seen anything more.
If you don't know what we're talking about, go immediately to YouTube.
Yeah, it was very savage. But I don't think I've ever seen any. And Derrick Henry's a guy who's near and dear to my heart. I was actually talking about him today. I shared some video of him training back in the day, just so people could see how much different he looked than the other kids. But have you ever seen somebody get stiff-armed into a lead blocker?
No.
Like Earl Thomas.
Oh.
And I heard people saying, like, you know, he ain't been the same since Derrick Henry. And I'm like, what did Derrick do to him? This is a shame. This should have been made a bigger deal, NFL. Derrick legitimately punches him, and he turns and he runs and he's blocking his own teammates. The amount of savagery in this play deserved a flag. It deserved something.
Are you surprised that they just let Earl Thomas? Like Earl Thomas.
You called it. It's your turn to talent.
It is,
index, man.
It is, but you can't get anything. Like has he become that big of
and
a
they
turd?
said that the teammates said he can go.
Really?
But the teammates are like, because they just missing team meetings.
Oh, so it wasn't just the fight.
It was a lot of other things. That being said, do we have we kicked the tires yet?
On Earl Thomas?
Yeah.
What we need Earl Thomas for?
Who? Our safety? Who are our safeties?
Trying to win?
Oh, yeah. Oh, fair.
We don't need. What is Earl Thomas got to be? What, 30? 31. He's 31. Yeah. No, we're good there. We're good. Wasn't Earl Thomas the one that when he was being carted off flipped off Pete Carroll?
He got the game ball when they beat the Seahawks. When Baltimore beat the Seahawks. And then you know what he did to honor the team? He didn't show up the next day for the team for rehab and stuff that he was supposed to be at.
Richard Sherman has weighed in. He says Ravens releasing Earl Thomas, really sad, and warns NFL he will be out to make a point. See, that always aggravates me. You're getting paid. Like, make your point with the team you're on.
Did Richard did he opt out? Or did
I don't think he has.
Okay.
I don't think he has.
Did you realize how old LeBron is? Like, LeBron had a hairline then, but there's a picture of LeBron elbowing and punking a father and a son in the NBA.
Who?
The Tim Hardaway Jr. thing. I didn't think about it, but no, it wasn't that. Some guy named Gary Trent Jr.
Yeah.
Okay, so he beat up Gary Trent Sr.
Wow.
It's like a multi-generational elbow guy.
Do the Lakers end it tonight?
No, they got they'll be up 3-1 though.
3-1. That's right.
Effectively.
Yeah. I want to get to this AP top 25.
Okay.
There's some interesting things I think in there, and the main thing is, should Big Ten teams be in there right now?
No.
Let's get to that coming up next.
Feel the thrill of live NASCAR play-by-play this Saturday at Daytona.
The young guys drive like it's qualifying.
Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 and Daytona International Speedway on 1010XL.
All offers are with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Summer clearance event. Enjoy real buying power at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Bay Meadows. Drive a new Dodge Charger or Challenger and save up to $7,000 off MSRP. Get up to $10,000 off Ram trucks. We need your trade and we'll pay more for it. Come in for a test drive or we'll bring the test drive to you. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, leading the way. I-295 and Bay Meadows.
I like a bed that's really firm.
I need something a little softer than that.
Rest easy. With the Sleep Number 360 smart bed, you can both adjust your comfort with your Sleep Number setting.
Can it really help me fall asleep faster?
Yes, by gently warming your feet.
Okay, but can it help keep us asleep?
It senses your movements and automatically adjusts to keep you effortlessly comfortable. Sleep Number, proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. It's our biggest sale of the year where all beds are on sale. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Hey, this is Sonny's Barbecue Pitmaster Shannon Snell back with another Pitmaster Pro Tip. Never sauce your food too early when grilling or smoking. Barbecue sauces are normally high in sugar, so they need roughly 20 minutes of heat to caramelize on a piece of meat. Saucing too early will burn the sugars onto your meat, giving it a really bad appearance. If you're looking for a great tasting sauce, head into your local Sonny's and pick up a bottle, or order it online at sonnysbbq.com. Sonny's BBQ.
Florida storms can damage your roof. Mike Dempsey here for Universal Roofing Contracting. Protect your home with a complimentary roof inspection and get 15% off your replacement project with no money down, no payments or interest for 18 months. Ask about the upgraded Total Protection Warranty. Universal offers virtual consultations. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com. Offer ends August 31st. Restrictions apply. Not eligible on insurance jobs. License number CCC 1330747, CBC 1258484.
How much do you pay for your homeowner's insurance? Get an instant quote with Southern Oak Insurance. Find out how much you'll save at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Give us your hot take.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
On the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm awake and I speak English, so yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Be part of the conversation. 641-1010.
Instant Keys offers honest professional locksmith service for lost or broken keys and keyless entry remotes. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealership level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. 722-1111.
Odds are, when you're looking for the best plumbing service, it probably sounds something like this. Okay, Google, show me Roland Reach Plumbing. That's right. Roland Reach Plumbing is a Google guaranteed service, so you can be assured of work quality, background of employees, and the right service done on time, on budget. With satisfaction, Google guaranteed. So for any plumbing issue, large or small, use the Bold City's best. Roland Reach Plumbing at plumberinjacks.com.
Well, they've done it again. The Next Tire Outlet store is now open in Arlington, the 12th location. It's a brand new facility with all new equipment for your full service car repair and tire needs. Tire Outlet will be doing tons of grand opening specials too, starting with $18.99 oil changes during the entire month of August. So get out there and visit the brand new Tire Outlet location on the corner of Fort Caroline and Merrill Road.
Wholesale prices, premium service, Tire Outlet.
Schools, sports, and businesses are back. Let Ritz Safety help you stay safe and prepared this fall. For 3 decades, Ritz Safety has been Florida's trusted source for keeping people safe on the job. And now in the world of COVID, safety supplies like hand sanitizers, thermometers, disinfecting wipes, masks, and signage are critical. Ritz Safety has them in stock now and ready to ship. Visit the store on Phillips Highway or shop online at ritzsafety.com. That's ritzsafety.com. Your safety is our priority.
Hey folks, Hicken here. Have you heard about Zero Res? Zero Res is the only way to clean your carpet and tile the right way. It's all about the technology. Zero Res uses its patented powered water that cleans beautifully without using any soaps, detergents, or harmful chemicals. Man, I had Zero Res in my home this year, and I can tell you, after 17 years in that house, never looked better, never smelled better. Call now, get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $129. Remember to mention Dan and get an additional room clean for free. That's right, the 4th room is on me. Zero Res, fill it forwards or backwards, the right way to clean.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. 1010XL. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
Good song, Roger Jerome. That was a great selection.
You call him Roger Jerome?
Yeah.
Then everybody at the Guggen today, everybody's so confused by the RJJJ thing.
Really?
Yeah, one of y'all gonna have to change your name. You're gonna have to go with the real name.
I don't know if I can do it.
You have to go with Rufus. I mean, it is what it is. Like we can't keep confusing the people.
Oh man!
Without the people, we don't have anything.
Good feedback about the show?
Yeah, man. People love the show. I don't know why, but people absolutely love the show.
Good. Don't really care why they like it.
Yeah, I don't care.
They like.
Just listen. Keep listening. Keep telling your friends. AP Top 25 came out today for college football. And what I hate is the way these people write a whole article about it, but don't. Okay, here we go. Preseason AP Top 25 poll. Of course, Clemson, number 1. Clemson, Ohio State, number 2.
Can't be number 2 if you don't participate.
Right. I mean, are we still holding out hope or no?
No, I know they're done.
You know, no?
Yeah.
Man, they're either going to look like geniuses or absolute idiots, aren't they? Nothing in between. If there's football being played in November and the Big Ten's sitting at home and the Pac-12 sitting at home, what a nightmare for those conferences. And I feel bad for the players because it's not their decision.
Oh, I mean, the parents, man, have been.
I don't blame them.
Been very vocal.
I don't blame them. I mean,
I got Randy Wade. I think Randy made the 10-10 circuit. But I just would need you to realize whose show were you on first, Randy? Remember, those other guys didn't want you until I was here prepping you for this moment.
I think he's doing another one. I think now he's doing something at Ohio State Stadium, I think.
Oh, another press conference?
Like another rally type deal.
Oh, man, he's the lead. Love it, though, man.
Clemson, Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, Oklahoma, your top 5. Can't argue with any of those. If we're gonna let the Big Ten in, you can't argue with that top 5.
If they were going to play a season, Ohio State. If you told me Ohio State and Clemson were going to play the national championship, I wouldn't argue with you. I'd be like,
correct,
more than likely.
Yeah, one of them would have to beat Alabama to get there, but yes, that would be their biggest hiccup game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not buying LSU at 6. Sorry.
The more you talk about it, they've got a lot to overcome. I keep forgetting that they lost. Aranda to Baylor.
Right.
Like, and don't get me wrong, I like Pelini as their DC, but man was around like that's what like
Next
he
level.
Was.
Yep.
It was him and my guy from Clemson were the 2 D coordinators that were like, all right, these are the guys who have this spread thing understood.
Mm-hmm.
And then what he was able to do at LSU was stop teams, even though he was like, when you hear Florida State fans or other fans say our defense was on the field forever, like LSU's offense scored so fast that their defense was on the field for a lot of games, and it was their twos versus others ones. So he schemed them up into some really good situations.
Look, you've lost your co-OC, you lost your DC, and 20 of 22 starters. Just think about that. 20 of 22 starters, your OC and your DC. I can't, like, I got to say you're the third best team in the West right now. I certainly can't put you at sixth.
You got him behind
A&M.
Jimbo?
Yeah, just because he brings a lot back.
Yeah, fighting
Now,
Jimbo.
if LSU finishes the year even 8-2, then okay, I'll never doubt him again. But and it's nothing against the LSU program. Just you cannot lose that much. So they are preseason 6. That's my first issue. Penn State 7. That's my second issue. Even outside of the Big Ten. Florida, Oregon, Notre Dame.
I think Oregon might be, if they were playing, is grossly underrated.
Like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think you could I don't think LSU should be at 6. I'm not saying Florida should be at 6, although Penn State shouldn't be at 6. I think Florida and Oregon have as much of a right to be at 6 as anybody. LSU's getting it because they won the national.
That Oregon offensive line, that Oregon line, the line.
Oh gosh, it would.
I am of the new ilk. I want Polynesians.
Oh, you're just now getting there?
No, I'm saying like before, I would mix it up. Just no, don't want them. Don't, just give me 5.
So
5 Samoans.
A buddy of mine runs the Polynesian Bowl. So it's a high school all-star game, much like the Army game.
Right.
It's just Polynesians. Like it is the fastest growing bowl, on the high school circuit there is.
But you got to be Samoan to go into.
Yeah, people are passing up the Army game, the Under Armour game to play in this. Buddy of mine runs it. It's crazy.
If they don't haka, I don't want them. Like, give me the
like Notre Dame at 10. You could make the argument they should be higher, but they're Notre Dame. They're going to mess up at some point.
If I'm Notre Dame, I want to be like 15 every year.
Right, correct. Yeah.
Because if I lose 2 or 3, then you're gonna be like, okay, whatever. Yep. But I'm in a position to where if I do have one of those better teams, I can make the playoff from there. It's just a good, no expectations. It's just 15.
Another team that could really benefit from the new NCAA rule. A school that's hard to get into, has a good nucleus of guys that may not be the highest draft picks. I'll book their quarterback. Perfect example. Comes out, maybe he's a 2nd, 3rd, 4th rounder, maybe. Stays in with not so loaded of a class the next year. Maybe he's a 1st rounder, Notre Dame's preseason top 5.
Makes sense.
11 is Auburn, followed by Wisconsin at 12, Texas A&M 13, Texas 14, Oklahoma State at 15. I must not know a lot about Oklahoma State. Let me rephrase that. I don't know a lot about.
They're the best running back in the nation. That's why he apologized and Black Lives Matter to him. All of a sudden, I say that tongue in cheek, but when your running back is a 2,100 yard, 32 touchdown Canadian, you listen to Drake if he tells you. The kid is nice. Man.
I'm not sold on Auburn either,
and it has or something like that.
It has nothing to do with Bo Nix. It has everything to do with how much they lost on defense. And Auburn was a team that won games defensively last year. So I'm not sold on Auburn. I don't think Auburn is better than Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M, talent-wise, is the 2nd best. Now,
can I ask you a question about Auburn?
Yeah.
Auburn brings in some 4-star wide receivers every year, right?
Every year.
What happens to them?
I don't know.
Do they
bro?
die?
Anthony Schwartz is one of their receivers. He's one of the best receivers in the country. I don't know why he's at Auburn. They don't throw the ball like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Do people just stop talking about them, or
Seems like it.
Okay, I was just curious.
Seems like it. Michigan 16, USC 17, North Carolina 18, Minnesota 19, Cincinnati. The disrespect. Cincinnati ahead of UCF. Cincinnati at 20, UCF at 21, Utah 22, Iowa State, followed by Iowa and Tennessee.
No Memphis?
Memphis is 86 votes strong, so they're 26th.
Okay.
So obviously, if you took all the Big Ten and Pac-12 teams out, this would look much differently. Miami would be in the top 25 if you did that. Memphis would be in the top 25. Louisville would be in the top 25.
That's the one that I'm still a little bit. They gotta prove a little bit more to me. Good coaches.
What do they have going on up there? What? I mean, I'm
decent momentum recruiting. They won. There was from their coaching staff. You know, and I learned this when Florida State played. They didn't even expect the game to be close when they played Florida State, but they were like they expected to win 5 games last year, and I believe they won. Was it 7 or 8?
Did they really?
So I think that's what has everybody like that first year turnaround was so good that with them being second year and them having some of the guys they wanted to recruit, and they've been in some really good recruiting battles. So I mean, I have a former teammate of mine, Derek Nicholson, who coaches the linebackers there.
We just got a text. This is what I love about Bama fans. A74 on the Lifetime Closure text line. Y'all are crazy sleeping on Bama.
Huh?
What?
Who slept on Bama?
Because we didn't spend the entire time talking about Alabama. We just we mentioned they were third. We're sleeping on them. Like, they lost 2 games by a total of 8 points with 2 freshman linebackers, and after Tua got hurt, Moses and McMillan are back, and whichever quarterback wins, the team will get the job done. No kidding. They get the job done every year. We know. Alabama fans, we are not trying to disrespect y'all. Do y'all understand that at some point we just get tired of talking about y'all? Damn.
I mean,
I've been winning for.
You named 2 guys that you return, and you said whichever quarterback is going to get it done. But I can name you the starting quarterback for Clemson and Ohio State that
picks
both
1 and
play.
2.
They've got numerous people. They have more than just 2 people who are returning, and that more than capable of getting the job done. But if Ohio State is not playing football, which it looks like they're not, trust and believe Alabama will be.
Even if Ohio State was, like, we would be talking about the winner of the Alabama Ohio State or winner of the Alabama Clemson game. Like, it's not like Ohio State or Clemson's automatically winning that game.
Right.
We understand. We understand what Alabama football is. With all that being said, Georgia at 4, is that right? Georgia and Alabama play. Who wins that game? They do play.
Oh, Alabama.
You say it that quickly?
Until proven otherwise.
Bro, I'm telling you that Georgia defense is nasty.
Without a doubt.
Nasty.
I believe it. But if you told me Georgia, Florida, who wins, I'm going to say Florida.
Really?
I'm going to say Georgia, until proven otherwise.
Oh, I was about to say, what?
My bad. I didn't mean to say that. It's just really just until you get over the hump, I can't just give it to you.
Because that's been the thing that people have been doing is putting Florida ahead of Georgia. And we all know why, because they know who the quarterback is. There's weapons at receiver that everybody knows. And, of course, Kyle Pitts. Like, I understand the why. But people just – I said this last week. Florida, Dan Mullen is doing an excellent job building a program. Kirby Smart's got to jump on him, though. And so when you go to Georgia, if their first 2 linemen go down, they're fine.
And
plenty.
What he's able to do in recruiting. Have you heard about this unofficial thing that they got going on up there?
No. What's happening?
Bro.
What's happening?
Bro, if it were an open
You talking about Georgia?
Yeah, if it were open,
uh-huh.
If these kids came through, you would call the NCAA. If this were an official visit weekend, like, this would be the greatest official visit. Like,
but you talking about they just did it?
No, they're about. I think it's this coming weekend.
How?
I have no idea, but 247 is reporting that all these guys are going to happen to be in Athens at the same time.
Wow. And
there's guys like Tyrion Arnold, some like that people like.
Well, they can't let them on campus though.
Maybe there's some watering hole off campus, and they just all decided to go get some wings from there. But from what I'm understanding is people are going on campuses and figuring it out.
I mean, that's the thing. Like when you look at Florida, and even I'm going to even say Oregon, it's kind of the same way. You have to understand Clemson, Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, LSU up until this year. They've been recruiting and developing at such a high level for so long that while they're not immune to injuries, it doesn't affect them as if Florida lost 2 offensive linemen. Like if you just put the first 11 out, and you could go Madden, no injuries, right? And no, like everybody keeps their stamina, all that kind of stuff. And you just said your best 11 on offense, your best 11 on defense against our best and best. Okay, fine, toss up. Florida Georgia's a toss up. But when you start factoring in that Georgia's 2s and some of their 3s were 4 and 5-star kids, who's going to be first and second round picks, you're just not there. And I'm not knocking Florida or Dan Mullen. He's only been there, 3 years?
Yes. Yep.
It's not a knock. I'm just saying, like, everything's going to have to line up health-wise for you to beat Georgia. You're going to have to stay healthy. Like, they may have to get an injury or two, and then you're going to have to play a really good game. If at Florida we lose 2 receivers, we're going to be spazzing out. Well, they will too at Georgia.
Turns out that those guys came back, right?
Yeah. That's the only reason why I say right now I'd still give Georgia the edge over Florida this year. And now, to Georgia's credit, they have narrowed that gap in that same respect to Alabama. They've recruited almost just as well, or actually better in recent years.
Yeah.
Like, they've narrowed that gap. That's Clemson. I mean, how many times have we seen Clemson have a guy go down and they replace it with a guy who ends up being a second-round pick?
Here's the thing where people got to listen. For SEC, Florida, similar. But then let's say Georgia and Alabama had the last, since Kirby's been there, basically, has been the closest thing to FSU and Clemson. And for years, FSU was Clemson and your futile effort. Not realizing that Clemson had been doing a really damn good job, and this could be Mullen. Clemson had been doing a really good job of recruiting their guys. And what they were was a quarterback play away, which helped their total team effort. But once they flipped it, even before the bottom fell out for Florida State, when they flipped that thing in 2014 was when the first one. And we had the kid from Notre Dame that transferred that wasn't any good.
Oh yeah.
Everett Golson and Sam McGuire.
Yeah,
I think that's his name. Yeah, Sam McGuire. That's when Deshaun Watson was starting to come through. Then even with DeAndre, he was close, but he was too young. Couldn't take that next step. Then it just gradually kept getting worse. But they've got elite quarterback play, and it's helped enhance their defense.
Elite quarterbacks behind the elite offensive line.
With good running back.
Good running back and weapons on the outside.
So, like, if Georgia has the running backs.
Yep. Georgia has the offensive line.
They have the offensive line.
They've probably.
And let's say it's Carson, right?
Yep.
Or even if it's the
Jamie.
Yep. They don't have to, they don't need to be 25 for 30.
Right.
Or 25 for 35 for 315 yards. They need to be 20. They need to be 15 for 20, 2 touchdowns, and probably just that 200 yards.
No picks.
And no picks, and let the running backs do their thing. And if their defense is as elite as you said, I have to take your word for it because I haven't really watched them.
They're the number 1 defense in the country last year. They bring it right back.
They're going to grind you out. And I remember the one fan got mad when I said Georgia beat Florida the worst. The way you don't want to get beat is you didn't obviously watch the game. I'm like, dude, you can read the stats. They had control of the game the entire time. It wasn't. I didn't say it was a blowout. I just said they had control of the game. And when you feel like you're trying to throw punches and you can't hit, and they're literally hitting you with straight body blows, that's not how you want to lose a fight. So what I'm saying, they go to Alabama, but they play Alabama, let's say the SEC championship game, and the stars line up the right way in a defensive slug match, because you know who won a lot of football games that way?
Yeah.
Alabama.
Yep.
Everybody knows about. We have such short-term memory with the spread, with Saban using the spread, and forgetting that Saban basically not invented, but he really reinvented the way that the SEC plays football. Great running game, clock management, and good solid defense. You can win a ton of ball games that way.
And by the way, I'm going to go ahead and call my shot now. The best receiver in the country is at Georgia right now.
The sophomore?
George Pickens, yeah.
Dude, I'm so mad that we didn't pull the strings.
Oh, you almost had him?
But it's just his GPA coming out of high school was like nobody thought he was going to graduate. Georgia had it. He was a tremendous talent.
Unbelievable.
Tremendous talent.
You
Boy
said
got hands too.
You said, RJ, you have a top 25 that takes the Pac-12 and Big Ten out?
Yes, this is from Brett McMurphy.
Read the snitch.
All right, so from Brett McMurphy, adjusted preseason AP top 25.
This is his, or he just took them out of what was already voted?
I think he took all the teams out that are not playing this year. So with only teams playing in this fall, number 1, he has Clemson, followed by Bama, Georgia, OU, and LSU. That's his top 5.
Right.
Okay.
So Florida, Notre Dame, Auburn, Texas A&M, and Texas are your 6 through 10.
Why is Texas getting respect?
Well, they're 14.
I'm just asking. Why
they return a good quarterback. That's all you need to be in the top 15 these days.
11 through 15 is Oklahoma State, UNC, Cincy, UCF, Iowa State. 16 to 20, Tennessee, Memphis, Va Tech, Miami, and Louisville. 21 through 25 is Appalachian State, Kentucky, Baylor, TCU, Virginia.
Dang. One more spot and Florida State would have been in.
Why is Virginia there?
Because they had 7 votes compared to 6 with Florida State. All I do is take the AP and take
I got it. I was just
I don't know. One more spot. Y'all have been top 25.
We don't need to be it. Wow.
Well, y'all are Navy.
LA, boy.
Yeah, Lakers putting it on Portland.
It was all good just a week ago. Dame, I need you to step it up. My shoes are losing value, baby.
Damn, homie. About a week ago, you was the man, homie.
Dude, Caruso is so going to be in the next White Man Can't Jump.
Oh, that's what he needs. Like, he needs to capitalize on LeBron with Space Jam.
Oh,
and go ahead and make that. Him and Dame Lillard would be perfect, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he has got that look down to a T with the headband, everything. How tall is he?
6'4".
Caruso's 6'4"?
I think they have him listed at 6'4".
He sure don't look 6'4". But I guess when you're out there with a bunch of 7-foot guys.
That's how it was with D Wade. I thought D Wade was short until I ran up on him.
They have him listed at 6'5".
Really?
Alex Caruso.
Huh. Where did he play college at?
Texas A&M.
Yeah, he found the perfect situation in LA. Maybe my favorite Laker. Outside of LeBron. Of course. Let's take our final break. We'll be right back to wrap up the Sports Den.
Get the latest news on the Jags, Gators, Knowles, and Dogs. Jacksonville Sports Superstation.
Americans love them.
1010XL.
After a major storm, you can count on JEA to safely restore power as quickly as possible. During Phase 1, we restore power to critical infrastructure, hospitals, shelters, and police and fire stations. In Phase 2, we put all our resources into restoring power to neighborhoods and businesses. And during Phase 3, we won't stop until every outage is resolved. Because when the community you serve is home, there's more than power on the line. To download JEA's Restoration 123 fact sheet, visit JEA.com. JEA, building a more resilient community.
If you've been involved in a car accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000 and take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville.
Up in the morning with the rising sun, back to our dock before the day is done. Boats and trucks and airplanes too, bringing seafood from the world to you. Fresh from us to your family, come be a part of our legacy. Fisherman's Dock, where seafood lovers shop. Fisherman's Dock, the ultimate seafood shop.
Hi, I'm Don with J-Dog Junk Removal. In light of today's health concerns, we want you to know we are taking the required safety precautions during the removal process. As veterans, we always go above and beyond. If you have unwanted items at your home that need to be removed, let us pick them up for you. You create the stack, and we can be in and out quick. Or we can help any homeowner safely declutter. J-Dog Junk Removal, veteran-owned and veteran-operated. Call 844-GET-JDOG or visit jdog.com and enter your zip code.
Some boats can take you anywhere you want to go. Other boats help you get huge hang time. But only a Yamaha boat lets you do it all at once. From the entry-level 19-foot series to the Power Pack Wake Series to the luxurious 275 Series. Yamaha makes boats that unlock all the possibilities on the water. Number one in outdoor fun, Beach Boulevard Motorsport, your local Yamaha dealer.
Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Let's have lunch with Leon.
It was just total chaos at Miami.
Former Jacksonville Pro Bowler Leon Searcy is serving up lunch on XL Primetime.
Brought to you by Wingstop. Weekdays from noon till 1:30 on 1010XL.
Listen to 1010XL, baby.
When you're feeling the stress of current events, a long week at work, or just need to unwind, there's nothing better than a fine, premium cigar. And there's no better place to go than Tobacco Cove on Bay Meadows Road. Tobacco Cove is the perfect place to find the best in premium cigars, pipes, and all the accessories to create an experience that will melt the worries and stress away. When you stop by, our knowledgeable staff can assist you in picking cigars to go, or just relax in our clean, socially distanced lounge to watch the game or enjoy a conversation. Either way, you'll feel right at home at Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road.
In 1919, my great-grandfather founded Catlin as a Studebaker dealership, and now we're the oldest truck accessory store in the U.S. This is Keith Catlin, and I'm proud to be the fourth-generation owner. If you need anything for your truck, van, or SUV, come see us. From Lear toppers to roll-and lock bed covers to trailer hitches and everything in between. Let us take care of all your accessory needs. Quality counts at Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Hi, this is Joe Butler from Black Creek Outfitters. Getting outside on the water in the Florida sun may be the best medicine of all. At Black Creek, we specialize in getting you out on the water on kayaks and paddleboards. Two things we offer: free delivery in the area and 12 months no interest financing. Call us up at 904-645-7003, and we can get your new kayak or paddleboard out to you today so you can get on the water tomorrow. Black Creek Outfitters, locally owned and operated by the Butler family since 1983.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
I tell you the difference between me and them. They trying to get their ones and trying to get them ends.
1010XL. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
Wrapping up the Monday night edition of the Sports Den, post-vacation for James, pre-vacation for me. Just make sure I come back to a job. I don't know if you've ever had 5 days consecutive.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, if you get fired, go all out.
Oh, man, that would be the worst thing, to get fired for something like that. Would make me angry.
Right.
Never been one of those guys that would come to a job angry. But like, if I got let go for like that,
Something silly.
That's why you decided to pull the trigger?
Something like the was it the hockey announcer last week about the distraction? Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna lose the show, I want to read about it in the paper.
Yeah, I don't want to get over a typo or a, something whatever like that. Like the guy who tried to type nuggets. Did you hear about that? He's trying to type Denver Nuggets.
Oh, yes, I did hear about that.
He says he says he was trying to type it, and it looked like it in the thing. But I'm sorry, autocorrect typically corrects a lot of words that you use.
Does it?
Is that true? That's how it typically works. Like, it doesn't mean it's gonna always.
Then why does mine always misspell the same stuff? I put the same words in there; it always misspells. Like, we need confirmation on that.
Okay, that's fine. Like when I use y'all a lot. And for whatever reason,
apostrophe for you, yeah, I do too. Yeah.
But not just, but like if I'm trying, sometimes I'm trying to type in talk. For whatever reason, it confuses talk and y'all.
Mine does the same thing, yeah.
So there are things that it does that I've never had that happen with me with nuggets. Typically when I'm typing nuggets.
It's happened with duck.
Now, for whatever reason, I have no idea. It never does it the other way around. Only when I'm trying to say the real word does it always replace it. And I'm like, why the duck would I say that? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. You've never, like, I type that word a lot, and it always converts to the duck. But, yeah. So, yeah, I'm not going out like that. It'll be something good.
What is the score to the Lakers game now? I'll look up there, and it was on commercial. There was a point in this game, of course, today being August 24th. It's Kobe Bryant Day, the day after his birthday. And there was a point where the Lakers were winning 24-8. So that's just cool. 40-18.
It was a lot.
What's with, here's the problem, though, RJ, not to end the show on basketball talk, but we're going to. The Lakers are, this has been an issue, though, is the 40-point quarter followed by like a 12-point quarter.
Yeah, then they just go ice cold.
Right. What was it, third quarter last game? They put up like 40-44?
Yeah.
Yeah. 43 now. Wow. Gonna get home, watch this game. Take the day off tomorrow. We don't have radio tomorrow. And then we'll be back on Wednesday at 9 o'clock. And then Thursday and Friday at our normal time at 8 o'clock. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you share the SoundCloud. Tell all your friends. At Denny_Thompson. At BigGameJames_36. At R Ain't Got No J.
Or Got No J.
Or Got No J. Okay, there you go. Go give him a follow. We'll talk to you guys on Wednesday night. Have a good evening.
Hi, I'm Steve Spurrier.
Hi, this is Mike Patrick from ESPN.
This is Kenny McCarty. You're listening to 1010XL.
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 92.5 FM.
All offers are with approved credit and not a conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Summer clearance event.
Get some distance between you and everybody else when you get a great deal on the best car, truck, or SUV from Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington. Drive a new Ram truck and get up to $10,000 off MSRP. Get 0% financing for 72 months. All new Dodge Journeys are clearance price at up to $5,000 off. Save up to $7,000 on Dodge Charger or Challenger. Check out our inventory at #1CJD.com. Then come in for a test drive, or we can deliver right to you. We want to get you in a new car, truck, or SUV today. Enjoy 0% financing for 72 months. Drive a new Compass from only $189 a month, or a new Cherokee from only $220